have the story of a South Florida woman who says she got quite the shock when she saw who she thought was a man in a woman's locker room.
It turns out what she saw is 100% legal. The night team's Patrick Frazier shows us why in tonight's edition of Help Me Howard.
When Bruce Jenner revealed he felt like a woman in a man's body, it put a spotlight on men who want and plan to become women. What it didn't show was the effect that can have on other women.
I like the opportunity to be able to use the jacuzzi and the pool and the sauna.
Lisa Calandro loves to work out at LA Fitness in Fort Lauderdale.
I went into the locker room to proceed to change into my bathing suit. And as I was walking past this person, I did a double take.
Lisa then looked again.
And I didn't want to stare at the person, but after looking through a mirror at his reflection, I realized it was a man inside the ladies' locker room.
Lisa wasn't the only one who noticed. One woman took this picture.
You can clearly see in the picture, you can clearly see in person that it's a man. I mean, there's no doubt it's a man.
When Lisa walked by the person, she was dressed. Another woman was not.
Because the man was actually just in the sauna and the girl was in the shower and had proceeded to walk out of the shower naked, and the guy was right there.
Lisa and the other women walked over.
So she approached the man and said, "Why are you here?" And he said, "Look at my license, I'm a female." And the girl said, and I said, "You're not really a female, you look like a man."
Lisa went to the front desk to ask what was going on.
"Oh yeah, we've seen him before. He's not really a guy. He technically, his license said he's a female, so we legally have to allow him in the locker room."
Lisa says the person may feel like a woman, but he looked like a man to them, and it made those women in the locker room uncomfortable.
It's very uncomfortable. I have rights too, the same way he has rights. But I feel like my rights are being dismissed for his rights.
Well, Howard, can a person who appears to be a man but whose driver's license says is a female use the women's locker room?
By Florida law, if a man gets a note from his doctor saying that he is undergoing treatment for gender transition, in other words, becoming a woman, even if it's just started, the state of Florida will issue a driver's license, calling the man a female, and that gives him the right to shower in the women's locker room.
We contacted the Division of Motor Vehicles, which issues driver's licenses in Florida. They told us they don't have the number of men in Florida who have changed their gender on their license to female. But according to one report, there are 700,000 transgender people in America.
The law that allows a man transitioning to a woman to shower in a female locker room is vague because the state is trying to find a balance between a transgender person's rights and, in this case, the rights of the women in the locker room. It's a new issue for the law, and there will be many changes as we move forward.
It's a complicated issue, but Lisa says it's actually simple, the way the state sees the person as opposed to the way the women in the locker room do.
The way we see him as a man. The way he may see himself is a different story.
And even though women like Lisa may not feel that they have any rights, they do know the person in the locker room who appears to be a man sees himself as a woman, and according to his doctor, is in the process of becoming a woman. It's interesting, and it's a complicated issue. Got a problem you want to change from a headache to happiness? Don't break a sweat, contact us. Hopefully we can work out a solution. This helped me, Howard and Patrick Frazier, 7 News.